who's had quite a good afternoon, and then the Harry Stewart 105E Ford Anglia is next. Can't see a Ford Anglia like that without thinking of George Polly, can you really? But nevertheless, I'm sure in years to come they'll say, you can't see a Ford Anglia like that without thinking about Harry Stewart. That's the way it goes. 210 is the man who's certainly entered this trio of top drivers this afternoon, and will probably have amongst the pigeons, I'm sure, for the other two top contenders, being Harry Stewart and of course Gary Goodswin at the 72 car. 333 is out for this one, Lee Wood, hopefully having overcome the slight mechanical problems he had in the opener. Car seemed to be going much better in the second race of the day. 265 up for his position. Ray Harding, the West Sussex man, is out in his 105 in Anglia as well. And I think towards the tail end of the second race of the day, Dave Stevens was having a few gremlins in the 166 car, but hopefully he's got all of those sorted out once again now. So there we are. That's David Stevens up front, outside of Comsita there, John Bowring, and 265 back in the traditional yellow grading position, and then the other four contenders all lined up behind them. So there we are, 6 cars in contention for our finery today. Going to be over 25 laps nevertheless, and the classic hot rods are the next formula under contention. Our steward still looking into the results of the junior rod racing, and now Alan Dunmore just reclining aboard the
So there we are, the meeting announcements to introduce the drivers have been done by the commentator here this afternoon at Aldershot Raceway, and this is the Summer Sizzler 25 lap grand final here at Aldershot Raceway this afternoon. All 7 cars involved, and as we see, John Bowring leading them round. And as is traditional, the warm-up laps again, over 2 laps just to get the heat into the tyres. And of course the 3 drivers at the tail of the field will be the ones to watch in their magnificent fiery red machines. 911 Harold, Harry Stewart, 72, the Norfolk boy Gary Goodswin, and the music man in 210, that's Huey Weaver. Lee Wood still getting some track time in on his Weaver as he tries to dial in what is essentially a brand new car in readiness for the National Championship to take place at Ipswich. And we have a little bit of rain in the air, but still plenty of heat in the atmosphere as we get ready for this clutch start race. Stewart not entirely happy with some of the drivers there, but waiting for the all clear again. And we go! And John Bowring takes the dive on Dave Stevens into the first corner. Here comes 265 Ray Harding, and then the quartet of starmen at the back. The popping and banging 210 Huey Weaver powering around the outside of treble 3 Lee Wood. And the popping and banging that has been prevalent in the 210 car all today has been down to a slight crack in one of his exhaust points. And just look at Lee Wood giving him a ride for his money there in the early laps of this final. Further on ahead, and 101 John Bowring leads it from 166 Dave Stevens. 265 Ray Harding has been fighting. The car has not been totally satisfied with the handling of. And he spun it. He spun it. Unfortunately, everybody avoids the 265 machine. And Ray comes back into the action at the tail of the field. Here's a battle to watch, though. Harry and Gary Goodswin. Two red chargers now. very closely avoiding the 166 car of Dave Stevens, and one begs to question whether there might be a bit of debris on the track or dampness down at the bottom end, as they seem to get a little bit twisty and turny as they went through turns 1 and 2. Battle on for the lead though, and Harry goes for the dive. Gary just about holds him out, and go down the home straight again. And they're battling for second place behind John Browning in 101. Tail happy again under pressure from Harry. There goes Huey, Dave, Lee and Ray Harding at the tail end of the field, with John Browning in 101 still leading this 25 lap final. The Summer Sizzler here at Aldershot Raceway. 7 cars on track, but put in a good display for the classic hot rods. Harry again going for the dive. This is where the battle is. And just how much longer can Gary Goodsmith hold him out? Goes for the dive again. A little bit of rubbing, a bit of trading of paint, but one red car after another. Disguise any scars. Still John Bowring has the final. This is the best he's run all day. It's 101 from 72. 911 and 210. Huey Weaver hopping and banging with every lap that he completes. Now the race is on for the lead, with the Mark II being sandwiched between the two Anglias. It's Anglia versus Mark II versus Anglia versus Mark I Escort, with Huey Weaver in car 210 joining the fray. With our cars being as close as they are, making a very good final. Harry now looking for the outside line. Huey will go for the in. How much longer can this hang on? This is a really good race now. Huey Weaver now forcing his way through. Harry forced to the outside line as the old boy tattles the new, battling for third place. And still John Barry holds the lead in the final here at Aldershot. 7 cars on track, and this has proved to be one of the most exciting races we've had all year. And now Gary goes to the inside, chopped up by 101, and everybody holds station once again, with Harry and Huey neck and neck in third place. And incredibly, the station still held, with the 101 car of John Barry, the local man, the Wickham Wanderer, still leading the final. The Summer Sizzlers this afternoon, as the sunshine finally breaks out here at Aldershot Raceway. Now Harry goes for another low down turn, number 1. Looking for the wide outside line, keeping the power down, down, down. And just about keeping ahead of Huey car 210. This has proven to be quite an exceptional race. Now Huey goes for turn number 3 out of 4 and just grabs that third place from Harry Stewart, but young Harold now in the Red Devil looking to get back again on the outside line. Lap after lap, side by side, they go through here at Aldershot, and all 4 drivers battling for this lead in very close contention. And all the way down, Jonah Barry in 101 has led that race, takes the checker flag, and what a fantastic race victory he has had. 101, John Barry wins it from 72, Gary Goodsmith, and what looked to have been almost a dead heat for third between 911, Harry Stewart, and 210 Huey Weaver. 7 cars on track, but we just couldn't take our eyes off those first 4. And in spite of it being the lowest turnout we've had in the 2016 English National Series, that was one of the best races that we've seen.
Maybe it was just a bit of tuning on the engine or whatever, but John Bowring certainly was the man to beat around that race. And
so there we are, Jonah Bowring, 101, has had what would describe to be an inconsistent day up to the final, but then got into the rhythm in that final and held out the all-red star train right the way through that 25-lapper. The Summer Sizzler, truly indeed what it was for the Classic Hot Rods here at Aldershot this afternoon. And congratulations to 101 Jonah Bowring for winning that final ahead of Harry Stewart and 72 Gary Goodswin. Congratulations to all 3 drivers.
210, 333, 265 and 166 with no other finishers. But what an excellent result that was. All 7 cars in positions there, and there we are. 101. Your race winner, John Bowring. I'm sure you all want to come give some congratulations to John. Somewhat unexpected winner there of the final, and I'm sorry, I said it was going to be a 3-horse race. With all respect to John, that was the appearance from the 2 heats that it would be a 3-horse race, but nevertheless John came out and gave it all he had from the opening of the race. There was nothing the other 3 drivers could do about it. So well done. All very nice and sportsmanship, lots of handshakes going on out there. A win, as I say, for the 101 machine of John Bowring. 72 Gary Goodswin there in 2nd place. And trophies being issued now to the various respective drivers. So young Harry's got his trophy, Gary Goodswin's got his, and here's our race winner of the afternoon's Classic Hot Rod Racing. Somewhat of a surprise win, but nevertheless a very excellent win by John Bowring. He got out there and at tremendous speeds. He just kept the car nice and tight. There was never any suggestion that he was balking the other drivers, and he just kept the car nice and tight, under control, and a fine race win. So for Harry Stewart, for Gary Goodswin, but most of all for John Bowring, give it up this afternoon for some excellent racing from our Classic Hot Rods, and particularly for John Bowring, our race winner. Give it up right now.
So the race announcer here at Aldershot Raceway really putting some quite fitting words together for the top 3, and indeed for all 7 drivers who have been out here at the home track for Speedworth here at Aldershot. And a very tidy little raceway, sunshine out, and a fitting end to the Summer Sizzler, which has been the event marked for the Classics for round 7 of the English National Series. So there we are, the top 3 in the final. 101 John Bowring, 72 Gary Goodswin, and 911 Harry Stewart.